we're gonna go look in the oil market right now. I've been trading this. I've been trading this oil contract, Darryl. I really like this oil contract, man.
It's had some volatility, right?
It's had some huge volatility, and it doesn't. I mean, I'm sure that they're putting the premiums in it, but it seems that for what you're putting up for risk versus what the reward is, it's almost like a binary, but it's not.
Well, they have big spreads. I can see this. So the spread you're in,
right,
is a $5 spread in oil.
Right. And I don't expect to get $5, but guess what? From the bottom to the top, you can get $1.
Oh, for sure.
You know. And you never know if something happens.
Oh yeah, I mean you were in a $3 spread last week, and
I got 2.5 of it.
Right, and the full $3 happened just 12 hours later, and took it from 28 all the way to 31, I think, or 32, 29 to 30.
You know, so if you're practicing these spreads, folks, you want to take a look at them because I think I paid about 15 cents this morning. I didn't.
So it looks like this is right. Your average price was $31.21. The floor of the spread is $30.50.
Yeah.
So you're paying about $71 out of the $500 spread. So in your head, you're equating it where you're risking 15 for about every $85 of max potential profit. Maybe.
Right.
Was that what?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for that, but for what you put up, man, I mean. Yeah. It seems that you can get 250 to 1,000 pretty quickly.
You're up 30 cents on each one, it looks like.
And I want to thank our man Z inside the den because I was in front of the machine and he was talking about that oil was coming down a confluence. So when I was getting up, I wanted to see where it was at anyway, and I'm saying to myself, okay, it's at a confluence. And folks.
And where was that? What time was that around? Was that around 9:15 this morning?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right around here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And is that?
He got it before me. But no, it was. Listen, man. I liked how this thing was trading.
And when you were saying confluence, what?
I'm not sure which one he was taking it off.
I mean, I'm just looking either way. Just the bottom here, bottom here, bottom here around this level.
Right. Right.
3090 was the -1 deviation.
It's all lining up.
Was
3090.
It? Okay, 3090. Okay, right.
3090,
right. And what normally tends to happen too is that when you get oil came off that bottom, it's like all these bounces are going to last more than a couple days. You know what I mean? It's It doesn't have to.
It hasn't bounced. I mean, it's still only at 31.40. It's amazing that you're talking about that the bounce can continue as it's at $31, right?
Right. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Like cheapest oil in the world, right? And if you what happens, folks, is that the volatility, whether you're dealing with the indices, as Darryl, when we're doing the show Friday, he's doing the currencies quite a bit.
And same thing, just to pull it up. So here we have the crude oil, we have the commodity spreads.
Yeah.
You have the daily 230s, and these are going to be the $5 spreads. So you're dealing with $500 total.
Right.
Now, same thing though, you can do the same ones that expired at 230, but you can do those at 300 points.
Right.
$300.
Now, the reason I didn't do that, let's talk about that, because, this is where what happened is that I see the $5, I wasn't giving up as much money on the buying.
For the reward.
Yeah.
Now, the common sense application of that is that you aren't going to have to pay much premium for the benefit to make money if oil reaches like $35, because the odds are so low that even from 34 to 35 that you'll reap those benefits. So you're going to pay a small amount. So, you didn't have to pay that, and if oil really got the shot to the moon, you would benefit from it.
And I was closer to being in the money. That's what I was looking at too. That's the oil only had to move like 12 cents. Hey, stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darryl Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We're talking the oil contract and Darryl. So when you're looking at these, I guess we kind of figured out.
I was just trying to, I was saying that it's so much easier if we just talk about the specific contracts, if you're trying to imagine what he's talking about. And I think the one that he was looking for was the $3 300-point oil spread, which would have been from $31.50 to $34.50.
Yep.
And the reason why you're paying, obviously, the more premium is that that's so far towards the end of that spread, where it's all basically, it's basically trading almost, it was probably at the time actually trading outside of the spread. That's, you know what I mean? It was completely out of the money.
Right.
Right.
It's now, you know, the market's 10 cents within it, but of course there's going to be premium when you're that far out, as opposed to the one you chose, where, and you can see we have this up, where the market's at 31.59, it's trading with a bid but 31.59, but it's trading, you know, centered around only a few pennies off of that.
And so that also has to do with that I had more money at risk that I could lose. That's
Right.
that's so they
For
get
sure.
it, yeah, right.
Yeah. And, you know, in terms of this one,
See,
you're
I
going to be
better
risking
I better
only...
get out here and have that scanner every day, Daryl. I was sitting there this morning and said, okay, well, pull that scanner up. And
Well, I think you chose a better option, that you're going to get more movement where yours is closer to the middle of that spread.
yeah, oh no,
As opposed to it's going to be really slow for some time.
Well,
maybe.
I felt that oil could move 30, 40 cents. I wasn't looking for a buck. Do you know what I mean? Today, you know what I mean? I
Sure,
think it's
no.
just, you know what I mean? It's like, okay,
and so
hold it, man.
if you think that, yeah, you better not be paying 40
Right.
cents in premium.
Right.
If you think it's only going to move,
Yeah.
maybe occasionally 40 cents.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the most important things to highlight. And way to make it really simple for people is go look at your chart. Where is oil?
Yes.
And what price am I buying the spread at?
Right.
Or what price am I selling the spread at?
Right.
If I'm buying the spread 50 cents above where oil is,
Right.
then I'm saying I think it's going to go higher than 50 cents from where it is, and I'm okay with not making or actually losing a little bit until it gets there.
Sure.
Right.
And
Yes.
that's the simplest way I can put it.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Right.
It's
And especially
crucial.
if you look at it like the 50 cents deal, it's gonna stay flat so often.
Yeah.
That you better be a lot higher if you're, you know,
No
or-
doubt.
or- yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. It is, and that's where my thought process was. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? It
No,
was like,
it's nice,
okay,
yeah.
hold it. You know, particularly after the couple big moves it already had. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, man, this is gonna be
Yeah.
a sideways day. You still get everyone.
You have to keep in mind it was up what, like 10, 12% off.
Oh yeah, it's
lows
at
at least,
$28 to
right.
32 almost.
Right.
Yeah, $4.
So
right.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and they got, you know, what's going to happen in, you know, Boston, New York out here today. This is going to be a slow day. I mean, people are just shoveling
Yeah,
out,
you
getting
know,
in.
that's a great point.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Washington D.C. is completely shut down.
Oh,
other than
man.
that, but and D.C. got New York a ton of snow as well.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. And New York wasn't expecting it.
They, I was watching the shows this morning, and of course they were asking the weatherman, you know,
Yeah.
what happened, of course,
Yeah.
and he was trying to defend himself with a little joking, but he was saying that, you know, only 20 miles outside of the city, they got like 3 inches, basically.
Wow.
So he's like, that's really how close it just shifted 25 miles, the outer limits or whatever, and
Yeah.
that's how much.
That's amazing.
But hey, I'm sure that makes all the New Yorkers feel much better.
Yeah, well, New Jersey, you know, thank God got, not that they were lucky, they got hammered with water, but it could have been a lot
There-
worse.
yeah,
it
it
could have been
seemed
another
like
Sandy.
Everything is pretty okay
That
for
full
how
moon,
much snow
man.
they
That
got.
full moon with that,
That was,
water
I was
coming
driving
in.
home last night, and what a moon it was.
Yeah,
on the
pretty,
drive.
right?
It was, yeah.
Wow. So let's see. What else are we looking at out here, Daryl?
Let's see. Well, your oil, are you done?
Well, I'm in it. I plan on getting more than that out of it. I mean,
You plan on it going higher?
well, yeah, I'm looking. I think it's 31.40. I mean, the top of that bar over there is like what 31.86 or something. You know. If you bring it all the way, yeah, that's where I'm. You see, it came up. It's been at this spot here 40 minutes right now. So we'll see whether it looks to me like you're building little cars just to get a little bit higher.
Okay.
You know. So
It broke down through this level pretty seriously, pretty hard earlier. So right here around 3:15.
You're right. Right.
So, and this is our high magnet. Just learning some stuff. Learned from top, like right there at 31.75 is the high magnet from Friday.
Yep.
So a lot of volume from there.
And that'd be a nice place to move it out.
So
Yeah.
if it busts through there, it's gonna fly.
Well, and what I think what you do have is there's enough bearishness out here that people say no, oil's still going down. It's like, okay, hold it. This thing can bounce. The last time we had this bounce, not that matters, but it lasted a good. With the equities, the oil equities bounced for about 3.5, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Huge. Oil itself, went. No, let me pull this up for a second.
You can just minimize that. Or...
Minimize this, okay. So CL1. Look at what a mess, right? So last time
I know, it's like
you went from 33. Yes, it wasn't that bad, really. No, 33 to 38. So it was 15%. But then you stayed there. But that bounce wasn't that big either, man.
What's so funny is we could go up though $1.50 from right here, and we'd still be at that low before it even had that bounce.
That's what I'm figuring.
Right.
That's ICE. ICE is set up right now at 34,
That
34.
would be an important level.
Right.
To see what happens,
right.
at least.
That's kind of like what I'm thinking the S&P wants to do. Is wants to go up to the bottom of where you broke down from,
Sure.
get lighter volume, get everyone excited, and then see you later again.
Get everyone
you know what
excited,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, right. And, if you hadn't listened to Larry's show this morning, folks, 9 to 10, he's got a lot of great guests coming up all week long. He's booked to the hilt. John Hill's coming on. John Hill's a 90-year-old trader. I've heard him before on Larry's show, like 3 or 4 years ago. Great history, great guy, the whole ball of wax.
Nice.
He's the first guy that taught Larry the .618.
Okay.
The whole bit.
Do you know what day he's on? No? We'll have to send
he
out,
gave, he gave the whole lineup.
Okay.
There's maybe
Good.
Perfect. Yeah, big numbers. He's got Larry Williams coming up this week. He's got a great show coming up, man. So gold, we need a gold contract, folks out here. It's hanging right underneath there, but it needs some more juice. It's got 82,000. I like the idea that they can't back it down. It needs a lot more contract volume though to bust over this 11-13 area. They couldn't bust it down on Friday, and that was a big move there. Meaning they couldn't bust it down on Friday because Friday they had every right to take this thing south as the market went north,
Yeah. What have you been trading this morning, Daryl?
I've been trading oil. So I've been trading several FX pairs. So that I haven't traded the indices this morning.
Some nice volatility in this marketplace.
Yeah. You get the market almost down 100.
Yeah.
Oil, unfortunately for you, is pulling back a little bit.
It pulled back. It just went from
31.70 to like 31.30, 31.20, 31.10.
Yeah.
Day's not over. It can pull back up for you.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, we'll see where this shakes out.
And realistically, you have that support in the next 20 to 30 cents.
Yeah, it's the same place coming back.
30, 80 exactly. Really would be right.
Yeah, that's where I'm taking. I'm in short. That's where I'm taking that profit. Yeah. So I got through the scanner, but I got set take half of it off at 30.95 there. So a little bit because I don't want to wait till it gets right down to that support,
Right.
And then
yeah,
and that'd be one deviation, and that's where I'd expect a strong bounce.
There it is. Okay. So one deviation, I see the line coming across. Okay.
Yeah, 30.91 is one deviation.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's good to know too whether you're going in or going out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I could look at that. just talk.
Yeah, it's an important level no matter what.
Right. And specifically what that would mean, just as Dow's taking one off, if you were basically clean and you're going back in, it's like, okay, man, you're coming back into an area where it was traded, you're at one deviation, if you want to look for a bounce, this would be a place to do it.
Well, the reason I'm taking some off is because I'm like, I don't have a lot of confidence it's going to break a lot lower.
Yeah.
And so I have my stop pretty tight on the rest. So just in case it surprises me and falls,
yeah,
then hey, I can still grab some of that.
Sure.
But I understand that I'll give some profit up if it does do what I think it's going to do, which is bounce off of it.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't take much. That's always a big decision. That when you're trading, do you just take the bread or do you trail the stop? Because even when you trail the stop, whether it's 20 or 30 cents,
quick moves back, right?
And that's a lot of money.
It is.
And that 20, 30 cents doesn't seem like a lot, but then it is a lot of money in the context of what's coming down,
right?
What's coming down to the bottom line.
Percentage-wise, it ends up being tremendous.
It does. So
and that's one thing that Pesavento, I've heard him say over and over again, that I guess I sort of picked up from him along the way was, that's why, as soon as you can afford to, you got to trade multiple contracts.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have that battle of, do I take it off? Do I leave it on? Do I take it? And you're always going to make the wrong decision, right? You're always going to take it off. That thing's going to fly. right?
Yes.
Or you're not going to take it off and it's going to fly right back at you. You give up a fortune.
You
And
can't
so
time
it's-
it perfectly. That's what.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt stacking them going in and going out. I love stacking them going in and going out.
Right.
It's just a different flow, and you're not counting as much, because that you're balancing in, balancing back up, and in that context, there's a couple times that you could still get hurt. Your probability, though, is a little bit less, because if something goes against me, I'm not going to stack it. Let's say if I'm.
It just allows you to either take some money off the table and not all of it. You can manage that risk.
But I buy the same way too.
Yes,
when I'm buying
right,
them,
right,
do you know what
no,
I mean?
for the same reason,
yeah.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
For the same reason.
I'm looking at one area that says, okay, if it pulls down here, I'm going to grab a little bit more. Do you know
because
what I mean?
they're areas. They're not like exact points most
They
of the
are.
time. That's
They
all.
are. There's no doubt.
Markets chilled out. Well, we got all excited though.
Yeah. Okay. Then this is too
As long
funny.
as we stay chill when it gets excited.
I know, right?
That's a good. That's a good.
Somebody's
curve.
providing excitement. Us
Okay,
or
so
the market.
so right at that one deviation, we'll see whether
It
we
was
get
down to
any
31.10.
we get
We
any
got back
follow
up to
through.
31.20.
Yeah.
So
We'll see if we get any follow through.
That's 10 cents. I mean, we pulled this chart out just as we're coming to break.
Look at that. That's kind of pretty.
That's not a nothing bounce. We were at a low there of 31.08 almost. So.